Thanks for tuning in to another exciting episode of the Maryland Injury Attorney Podcast. I am your host and attorney, Jobeth Bowers. We are here, as always, to talk to you about a variety of Maryland injury-related topics and how the law applies, and give you some helpful tips and that might be very, very useful down the line. Today on the Maryland Injury Attorney Podcast, we are going to talk about insurance companies and where their concerns are. Are there concerns with the injured person, or are there concerns with their bottom line? Well, the answer to this question probably seems pretty obvious to you, but you'd be surprised how many people come into my office almost taking an offer from the insurance company days after the accident before they've really they have any idea what the nature of their injuries are, or how much pain they're going to be in, and how long it's going to take to recover. This is a huge thing. This is the game that insurance companies play. Pretty much every insurance company out there, I've been doing this for a long time. I have yet to find an exception to the rule of an insurance company that's actually on your side. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You are not in good hands, and there is no good neighbor. Okay. I have had situations, and I could go on for days with scenarios in which insurance companies, while an injured person who eventually became a client of mine, was offered just a little bit of money. One such example, this was right after I opened my own office. I had a client who was offered by the insurance company a little less than $4,000 to settle her injury claim. She had just gotten an MRI, was still actively treating, for her injuries with a medical doctor and a chiropractor, wasn't getting much better. And fortunately, that doctor said, "Hey, that's not right. You need to go hire an attorney." We took on her case. She ended up having to get a surgery, and thankfully is feeling much better now. So the insurance company, as I had mentioned, had originally offered about $4,000. We ultimately settled that case with the at-fault insurance company for $100,000. And then through her insurance company, through a coverage called underinsured motorist coverage, got another $100,000 for that client. So let's do the math, not from the client perspective. Okay. We already know how the client fared from this. Let's look at the insurance company, because again, we're talking about today what the insurance company is looking at. Are they looking at the injured person, or are they looking at their bottom line? They almost got rid of this case paying $4,000. The first insurance company that offered that $4,000 ended up having to pay the limit of their insurance policy $100,000. That is a $96,000 difference. Imagine how many accidents are happening on the road every single day. Now, take that 96 grand, and not every accident's as severe as the one that we're talking about today. But let's say 10 of those accidents happen every single month just here in Maryland. That number's probably more, but let's just take that example and say 10 only involving this same insurance company happen every single month. That is almost $1 million a month that one insurance company is saving every time that type of situation happens, where the person takes that money that the insurance company is trying to be nice and say, "Hey, we'll give this to you." Don't do it. There are countless situations that I've dealt with, not all as severe as that. Not too long ago, we had somebody almost accept a $900 offer on a claim that we ultimately settled for about $85,000. Again, very similar difference in the value there. It happens all the time. It costs you absolutely nothing to call our office. This is what we do. There have rarely, but a few times, there have been situations where individuals have called me and said, "The insurance company's offering me this." They had finished all their medical treatment. I took a look at it for them and said, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to do you much better than that." I've even said, "Hey, call them back and ask for this," and never even took on the client, but happily gave them advice to make sure they're taken care of. Understand that when you hire an injury attorney here in Maryland, or really any other state, we work for you. And our aim is your best interest. Our bottom line is your bottom line. So you are never hurt by calling us, getting some guidance. And again, when we take these cases on, we get paid when you get paid. So there's no upfront fee. The consultations are free. So give us a call. We're happy to help you out. So thanks for listening and tuning in to this episode of the Maryland Injury Attorney Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and tune in next time for more helpful tips on injuries and how to be prepared and maximize your injury claims.